Hello there, welcome to another interesting After Effects tutorial. In this one, we are going to take a look at how to create this. Create a new composition and name it as Cinematic Titles. Then choose width 1920, height 1080 pixels, frame rate 24 frames per second, and make the duration to 10 seconds. Now, in order to create some text, choose this icon and click here. I'm using Neo Latina for this particular tutorial. I'll give you the download link to download this particular font in the description. Now let us type some text here. I'm typing beautiful. Well, in order to align the text at the center, double click on this layer, go to align and click on this one and then click on this one in order to align the text in the center. Let us pre-compose this layer by right-clicking on it and choose pre-compose and name it as main text. Then click OK. So in order to create some text texture to the text that we have created, let us create a new composition by going to composition and choose new composition and name it as text texture and click OK. Now let us import the projects into the project window. For that, right click on this one, choose import file. So these are the different space backgrounds available. I'll give you the link to access these particular files in the description. For this particular tutorial, select this one and then click OK. Bring the space title 01 into the timeline. Then let us create some new solid layer and make the color as some kind of dark blue. Click OK. Then drag this down the space titles. Now let us add some effects to this particular solid layer. For that, go to effects and presets and type in fractal noise. Drag this onto the solid layer. Now change the fractal type to turbulent basic and noise type to block. By the way, change the blending mode of space titles to overlay. Now go to dark royal blue solid 1 layer and make the complexity value to 2. Go to transform and make the rotation value 0 into 25. Go to scale and make the value of scale to 250. Now set a keyframe on offset turbulence and make the value to 4582. Now go about 5 seconds and make the offset turbulence value to 960 582. Go to effects and presets and type in tint and apply it onto the dark royal blue solid and make the color of map black to some kind of gray color, and the color code for that particular color is A8. Then click OK. Now go to cinematic titles and go to project window and bring the text texture into the timeline. Place it above the main text. Now we are going to apply some effects and presets onto the text texture. For that, go to effects and presets and type in CC Bloblize and apply this onto the text texture layer. Go to blobbiness, change the blob layer to main text and property to alpha. Set the cutaway value to 42. Make the softness value to 4. Also add levels effect to this text texture layer. Now in RGB channel, reduce the gamma value to 0.62 and increase the input black to 51. decrease input white a touch, and decrease the output white a touch. The next step is to go to project window and drop the space titles all the way on the top. Now choose main text and duplicate it by clicking Ctrl+D and place the copy on the top. Now change the track matte of space titles to alpha matte. By the way, change the blending mode of space titles to screen. So here you have a text with a perfect texture for it. Next, we are going to add some more effects to the text. For that, go to Effects and Presets, type in circle, and drag this onto the bottom main text layer. Make the center value to 771, 467, and radius to -47, and change the blending mode to add. Now create a copy of this effect circle by clicking Ctrl+D and change the center value to 1140. So we have designed our text. Next, what we have to do is to add background behind our text. For that, go to Project and drop the space titles into the timeline and drop it all the way at the bottom. So now we have added the background to our text. Next, what we are going to do is, if there is space present, there must be stars present in space. So in order to create that effect, what we are going to do is, we are going to create a new solid layer. For that, go to Layer, choose New, Solid, and choose the color Pure Black. Click OK and drag this solid layer all the way to the top, and go to Effects and Presets, type in CC Particle Weld in order to add some stars to the space background, and drop this onto the black solid layer. Let us add another effect. Type in Fill, drop this effect onto the same black solid layer. Now place the fill effect over the CC Particle Weld. Now change the color to some kind of grayish color, and the code for that is BEDAFF. Then click OK. Now go to CC Particle Weld, change the birth rate to 0.5 and longevity to 10. Go to Producer, change the radius of X to 0.640 and radius Y to 0.510, radius Z to 0.720. Go to Physics and change the animation type to cone axis. Make the velocity 0. Set gravity to 0. Change the value of extra to 1.74. Go to Particle and change the particle type to lens convex. And change the birth size to 0.010 and depth size also 0.010. Set the size variation to 59% and make the maximum opacity value to 100%. So we have created some kind of still particles in our background. In order to give shininess to our particles, as stars are shiny, right? So in order to give shininess to our particles, we are going to add another effect known as direction blur. Before adding that, duplicate the black solid by clicking Ctrl+D, then go to Effects and Presets and type in direction blur and drop this one onto the copied black solid layer. Change the direction value to 0 into 90 and blur length to 24.8. Next, create another copy of the black solid by clicking Ctrl+D and change the direction of the direction blur to 0 into 180 degrees and create another copy of the top black solid layer by pressing Ctrl+D and change the direction of the direction blur value to 135 degree. And by the way, change the blending mode of all the layers to add. So now we have created some stars in space. So we are almost done, and our next step is to add lens flare. For that, go to project window and drop the lens flare photo all the way right here and change the blending mode to add. Now we are going to create a vignette. For that, go to layer, new, solid, choose the color as pure black, then click OK. By having black solid 3 selected, double click and hold on this icon and select ellipse tool. Then double click on this ellipse tool. Go to black solid 3 layer and check inverted option and go to mask 1 and change the masked feather value to 923 pixels. Next we are going to add a new adjustment layer. For that, go to layer, new, and choose new adjustment layer. Place it all the way at the top. Go to effects and presets and choose an effect named as vibrance and drop this effect onto the adjustment layer and change the vibrance value to 50. Our final step is to create a camera. For that, go to layer, new, camera, and choose the preset as 24mm, then click OK. By the way, make main text and its copy and lens flare and text texture 3D. Next, go to camera options and make zoom value to 1866.7 and focus distance to 1866.7. Change aperture value to 17.7. Now go to camera and click P to open the position. Now set a keyframe at the start of the animation by clicking on this icon. Change the Z amount to -1280. Go to about 5 seconds and change the Z amount to -1860.7 and press N. By the way, don't forget to make your lens flare, main text and copy main text and text texture to 3D layers. Press 0 to preview it. Now press 0 to preview it. And that's all for this tutorial. If you felt bored in the middle of this tutorial, then my deep apologies for that. But if you learned something new from this tutorial, then do consider subscribing my channel and don't forget to give a like to this. Hope you enjoyed through the time.